Long An, a province located in southern Vietnam, plays a strategic role as the connector of the Southern Economic Zone. It's where half of the country's industrial production is made and the nation's rice factory. Long An province is also a 30-minute drive away to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam's economic head. These geographic advantages are unique to Long An and are elements of urban, industrial, and services development. Long An has restructured its economy to focus on industry and agriculture. During the 5-year recession from 2008 to 2012, the province miraculously achieved an average economic growth of 10% and an income per capita of close to 37 million Vietnamese dong, or over $1,800 in 2012. However, Long An has not yet exploited all of its potential and is yet to fully utilize its competitive advantage to speed up its own developmental process. Long An province today has room for change. With a new vision for long-term and sustainable development, Long An has joined hands with one of the top Japanese urban and transport planning consultancies, Almac Corporation, to draft a general plan for Long An's socio-economic development until 2020 and a development vision until 2030. This plan aims to reduce the developmental gap between Long An and other provinces in the southern key economic region and bring Long An to an industrial-based developed province by 2020. In its development plan, Long An province seeks to improve its competitive ability, invest in and develop value-added industries, use modern technology, and reduce dependence on human labor. The agriculture, forestry, fishery, and services industries will develop in balance alongside the rise of modern industries. The plan this time predicts a near future, where Long An province becomes one key example of sustainable development in Vietnam, and a place where socio-economic activities occur in harmony with the environment.
Đây là cái bản quy hoạch đã làm rõ được, phân định rõ được chức
We think
năng
Long An province
từng vùng
plan
kinh
has
tế.
made clear the
Và trong
boundaries
mỗi
and
vùng chức năng
functions
này
of
thì
each economic
đã được
zone.
xem xét một cách cẩn thận về
The
những
plan
lợi
has
thế của từng
investigated
vùng,
in
lợi
depth
thế
what
từng vùng
each zone's
và
economic
phân bổ các cái
advantages
vùng hợp
are
lý.
and
Và
divided
chính
these
vì đây
zones
là một
appropriately.
cái căn cứ tốt để cho chúng ta thu hút đầu tư.
Each zone's advantages will be good base to attract investment and facilitate policy planning respectively. With good geographical location and sound planning, province can build specific policies and attract local, foreign and public investment. I believe as the province executes the plan in the next few years, it will achieve visible achievements in development.
In order to develop sustainably, Long An province prioritizes environmentally friendly practices and a sound use of natural, especially land resources. The province will partition its land area to 3 regions. The 3 regions will be bordered by the Vam Cao Dong and Vam Cao Tây rivers. Long An ranks 4th in Vietnam for its 2.66 million tons of rice yield in 2012. The province will hence retain its important agricultural production role in the districts of Dong Tháp Mười. Dong Tháp Mười will also ensure the area's food supply, develop eco-tourism, and trade with bordering countries. The area between Vam Cao Dong and Vam Cao Tây rivers will become an ecological buffer. Next to it will be the area's economic engine, where urbanization and industrial development will take place. Industrial modernization will continue to be prioritized at districts adjacent to Ho Chi Minh City, specifically Đức Hòa, Bến Lức, Cần Duộc, and Cần Đước districts. This area currently houses 19 out of the total 28 industrial zones and 32 out of 40 industrial clusters in the province. Concurrently, Long An province will prioritize and develop key new sectors. At the same time, it will focus on expanding green industrial zones and environmentally friendly clusters so as to ensure long-term sustainable development.
さらに最近は
how to develop the economy and at the same time build an environmentally friendly environment. This is a heart-pressing question for the Vietnamese government. With that question in mind, Long An province has come up with specific policies to attract investment and at the same time strike a harmonious balance between economic development and protecting the environment. These policies have been approved by the government. As Japan International Cooperation Agency's representative in Vietnam, we are extremely interested in these policies. Hence, we have decided to collaborate with the province and support the construction of two environmentally friendly industrial zones.
Long An's future picture will include urban areas and developed economics linked together by an orderly and convenient transportation network. The idea of developing a high-quality urban area on the Tân An Bến Lức stretch is connected with the idea of a system of fast and timely network of public transportation that connects East and West Long An and runs through Đức Hòa, Bến Lức, and Cần Duộc. This public transportation route will connect Ho Chi Minh City's urban center, reduce the over-concentration of people in Ho Chi Minh City, and create opportunities for satellite cities around Ho Chi Minh City to develop. The Tân An Bến Lức stretch may be a future development model for other future cities in the country. The surrounding districts of Ho Chi Minh City, Đức Hòa, and Cần Duộc will also become urbanized to aid the spread of Ho Chi Minh City's urban areas, and at the same time propel Long An province's industrial modernization. The idea of turning Long An into one of Ho Chi Minh City's satellite urban areas stemmed from the successes of Yokohama, a satellite city of Tokyo in Japan. When Long An becomes Ho Chi Minh City's satellite city, both areas will have the opportunities to develop sustainably. Only then can Long An maximize the benefits of the urbanization process.
Tôi cho đây là một ý tưởng rất hay. Bởi vì thành phố Hồ Chí Minh
I think this is a good idea. Ho Chi Minh City and the Southern Key Economic Zone will require expansion as they developed.
mở rộng ra thì
Long An has the condition to catch the benefits of this expansion firsthand. The province can benefit from urbanization and acquire improvements to its industrial zones and cluster. To facilitate a smooth transfer of benefits between the cities, transportation corridors have been planned carefully in the province General Development Plan.
The most important highlight key to Long An's future development and the determinant of the plan's success is the transportation network. With many high-speed railroads, airports, seaports, and a national railway project being planned and run, Long An has potential to become the South's transportation hub. In the province's general plan, the Bến Lức Long Thành Highway will connect with the Long Thành International Airport, the largest transport airport in Southeast Asia, to be put into operation by 2020 in Dong Nai province. Another project will improve the Saigon-Kin Luong-Dong Thap Mui water transport route and construct the Srai Rap River's Long An port to welcome ships weighing 70,000 tons. The port construction plans will connect the Mekong waterways with larger ports at sea and enable Long An to become the center of imports and exports of the Mekong River Delta. Meanwhile, the construction of Ho Chi Minh City's Ring Road No. 4 will better connect Long An with Tây Ninh, Bình Dương, and Dong Nai provinces. Also, when the Ho Chi Minh City Trung Lương Mỹ Thuận Cần Thơ highway project is completed, Long An will become the transit point between the Mekong River Delta and the key economic zone of the South.
A corridor connecting Mekong River Delta and Ho Chi Minh is the most significant traffic corridors. It has a very large traffic demand, both in passenger and goods. It is also estimated that the corridor, traffic demand along the corridor will increase significantly in the futures. So the more the transport infrastructure development is necessary. But if you look at the map, Long An is located at a very strategic locations linking Mekong River Delta and the southern focal economic zone, including Ho Chi Minh cities. So therefore, when the existing projects are completed, Long An can function as a very good interchange to distribute, to consolidate and distribute those goods and passengers between those provinces.
The general plan for Long An's socio-economic development until 2020 and a development vision until 2030 is an attractive and clear message to investors. Compared to other regions, Long An has depicted clearly its unique competitive edge in its developmental plan. The plan also states one fact, that Long An will be the only province in Vietnam to have all three economic zones in agriculture, industry, and services, as well as have these industries develop in balance with the environment. This diversity and harmony may be lacking in other provinces.
This is a great opportunity to invest in Long An province. In the future, Long An will also have a convenient port to welcome international ships. It will also have a network of railways and urban centers adjacent to Ho Chi Minh City. I think this is a favorable time to invest in Long An. We ourselves currently have a big plan to invest in Long An. It's a 10 to 20-year project that includes the construction of industrial zones, a network of construction materials, production, and urban centers.
Long An ranks third in the whole of Vietnam in 2011 for its Provincial Competitive Index. In 2012, the province still maintained its competitiveness. Long An has the ability to fulfill the administrative commitment to its community of enterprises. The province implements the one-door policy, where enterprises only need to submit company registration, tax files, import and export data through one administrative door. The province is also willing to provide land and assistance in infrastructure investments to investors committed to long-term investments in the province. In order to make its plan become a reality by 2020, Long An needs to mobilize 400,000 billion Vietnamese dong from the state budget, ODA, private funds, and public-private partnership models to invest in 21 projects of priority.
The Province People's Committee will issue policy and attract investment so that we can increase healthy competition and equality among enterprises. We want to create a business environment that is convenient and effortless in Long An, where companies can turn to the Department of Planning and Investment for information. Apart from maintaining its competitive index, keeping the one-door policy for investment, the province will continue to examine and provide support to problems to enterprises and have enterprises develop. The province motto considers the problems of enterprises and investor, the province own. The province also considers an enterprise success its own success.
With the tradition of courage and resilience, the people of Long An has achieved great milestones from the past. They were also the conquerors of the Dong Thap Nui area and turned it from wild land to the rice-producing soul of the country. Their determined spirit has also enabled them to be leaders in the National Doi Moi effort, or the Vietnam Economic Reform in 1986. Today, that same spirit is shown again in the promising goals designated by the province's new General Plan for Socio-Economic Development. The plan and its spirit are the foundation for Long An to achieve its goal of becoming an industrialized province by 2020 and a model of sustainable development. You too can accompany Long An province to turn its developmental goals into reality.